I am a brand, I'm launching this brand. You're not launching a company or a product. The brand is what your customers say about you. It's what they tell other people about you. You can input in it, but you can't ever launch a brand because it changes, and it's also at the mercy of what target audiences communicate about you. Is what they latch onto. So I think it's one of those things where do as much as you can without handing it across to somebody else. And in the early stages, it will save you time, it will save you money. That's one of the reasons why I set up the company that I did, because I saw the problem that if you're a small company going to get PR help right now, it costs thousands every month, and they want to sign for 3 or 6 months. Whereas what we do is entrepreneurs come and say, I have this problem. It's a specific problem. This is the outcome that I want, and I'm trying to get this outcome. How do I do it? And we help with some messaging stuff, or we help them to look at how they deliver it. We come up with some creative ideas. We look at audience, and we do audience polling sometimes. And then they go off and they continue, and they do as much as they can. They talk to journalists, but rather than having a list of 100 journalists, they'll talk to 10 journalists, because they're the 10 people that if they get the message across to those 10 people, it will spread. Those 10 people have the ability to influence 10 people each or 100 people each, and that's how you build the word of mouth audience that will become the next layer. You'll find the early adopters, but then after that you'll find the next layer of customers that follow the early adopters. But doing it in a staged way like that, and managing the PR that way, means that you save money. It's far more effective. You can actually see what's going on inside the campaign. Whereas if you send out a news release to 1,000 journalists or 100 journalists, pinpointing exactly which one was the one that made you get 1,000 hits or 100 hits or whatever it is on your site is very difficult to do, and also to find out why it didn't work. So keep it small and stage it, but get all of those elements right and play around and tweak with them. One of the things I launched my business 2 years ago is I'm always sitting with a book, with a notebook, looking at the value proposition and message. It's kind of, if I'm awake and I'm at home and I'm not doing something else, it's sat there, I'm looking at it. Because it changes, and the way you see things and the feedback I get from people and everything else changes. My business is just coming up to a year old, and it's going to change from being a 1-year-old business to a 2-year-old business, to a 5-year-old business, to a 10-year-old business. But keep it live and keep looking at things, and keep validating and keep checking, and use every opportunity you have to talk with people that are likely to be your customers, to find out whether you can change it a bit, and you can tweak it and make it better and improve it. Because that's really where the key to the success of launching MVP is developing a comms plan, is talking to people that will be your customers. You might find that some won't be your customers, but again, that information is as valuable as the information you get from people that will be your customers in helping you evolve the plan and develop the plan as the products and services grow, as the business grows. The one thing that I always use as an example, because it's a question I get asked, I won't say by every client, but 75%, they want to do what Apple did.